Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ballage. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They run it with Ballage. A nice little juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll run here with Ballage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Ballage. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. On third down, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop. Watch the curl. 22-jet bomber. Get it ready.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
25, check 25. Hard.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Rock it. Go.
Now Minshew. This is caught by Antonio Brown. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, watch the slant. Out, wait.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for... They've got his man complete. The 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 82 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Got a man. It's Brown. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Look at me. Door.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, 47. Mike's 47.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
36.
Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson now. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kalen Ballage. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking long for Westbrook. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, Echo.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you. Mike's 54.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and short.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, Sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Ready, set.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Blue draw quarters. Hey, Delta.
Right, check. 59.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
59's Mike. Check. 59. I don't think you got it, son.
Defense.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one now.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Got some room at the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
We got to step it up.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Bravo.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, check, check.
Here's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DK Metcalf, touchdown number 15 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Safety's creeping. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Check 9, check 9. Hey, Zoo. Get it.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Go, go.
55, Mike, 55.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
So don't say.
To try again after the sack. Minshew, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fair.
Check 99.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Right, check, 59, 59.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, lock it.
Back.
5.
2nd and 5 now. Minshew. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Get the ball.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Minshew, 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Chance. One. Get weak. Slam.
Again, it's Balaj. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jackson on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
No. Get.
Now Minshew looking long for Westbrook. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 40, 20, 10. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Jags grab it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Protein spill. Smoke. Snap.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but they're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First down, Ravens.
44, Mike, 44. Let's go.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike, squeeze, double up.
Jackson escaping the pressure right. He'll find Metcalf. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. He's got it at the 15. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.